as you can see, Do Greater van is behind me, the truck, right? We are walking into the co-working event. I have not been to Do Greater any location yet. I'm actually really excited. I also get to meet one of my mutuals, Catherine. So I'm gonna meet her. So I'm not gonna front. I should have read the entire post. So like, cause there's a video attached to the post on Culture We Crave. Shut up. So I'm so excited. I'm also like, am I going the incorrect way? I don't want to go the incorrect way into this building, but I think I can go over here and then go back. So we're gonna try this because I don't know. It's just, yeah, because I don't think you can go back that way. So I'm gonna, oh, I see the sign. Hold on, I see what we can do. Because I want to get the right angle. Y'all know how I am about angles. It's a photographer in me. Be mad. Yeah, we like books, just FYI. Support that. Not only do I love that there's a little free library, Do Greater is actually attached to a church, Shiloh Institutional Baptist Church. And so there's a free parking lot. We love a free parking lot. And you just kind of walk the sidewalk. There will be a sign. You're going to have to walk down some steps, okay? There is a railing. I just didn't use it. And you will see this door in just a second. That's the entrance. Yeah, absolutely love it. So when you step in, it looks a lot smaller when you first step in, I will be honest. I was like, oh, okay, like it's not massive, but oh, there are sections, and it is a beautiful thing to see. We love that there's merch. Look, I will be a walking billboard for you, Do Greater, trust me. And a little sign in. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Sit here and talk, tell you all about what we do, how we do it, how we get started, kind of what our vision is for the future around how we impact the city of Charlotte, and answer any questions that you might have based around those things. So, casual conversation. We're having coffee. It's one-on-one. I'm rocking my Truist mug this morning because they give us money. So every time I do this, I'll have a different mug where these are our supporters. Do two things. One, I'll give you a little bit of my background. William McNeely. I am the CEO and founder of Do Greater. So it's kind of my brainchild for really impacting the community that I grew up in. So my career spans technology. So I spent most of my career at Apple in educational technology. And so my job was to make sure technology was integrated into K-12 and higher education environments across the country. So I did that, multiple roles, multiple markets, enterprise, K-12, small business, all of those type of opportunities that I've had to kind of impact youth growing up. And another one of my passions has always been, if you're around long enough, people will call me coach. And that's because I started coaching football when my son was 5 years old. My son's out there, you probably interacted with him. That's Josh is my son at the coffee shop. He helps us with the organization. He's also almost finished with his graduate degree at Northeastern University in public health. So I'll kick him out a little bit after he finishes that. But that's kind of who I am and why I'm here. How I got here, Some of you might have seen online just this week, it is my 6th anniversary of a double lung transplant. So 6 years ago, I came down with idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis. I had 2 weeks to live, received a double lung transplant, and Duke Grader was born.
I definitely probably recorded over 25 minutes of Will talking because his story is so powerful. The purpose of Do Greater, the impact they're making is so amazing. But let me tell y'all right now, I am the integrator for Pariah Magazine. And when I tell you, just go follow us. Because when I tell you, like, make sure you're subscribed to the Substack, make sure that you're, like, connected. Because trust me, Do Greater Will is gonna come back up. That's all I can say. I'm already probably saying a little too much, but you see where I'm going with it. Like, y'all gonna have to wait to see what I'm talking about. I'm just saying. Okay, we good? We good.
How do you feel about, like, what do you feel like your greatest accomplishment is or is happening? Like, what makes you most excited about what you've created, I guess?
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I think, yeah, I mean, cool. I'm a creative visionary. You talk to my staff, and if I get into details, they're like, no, stay out of the detail. What I love to see is me walking into a space and turning that space into something that kids and youth and young adults will love to be in. So I can drive and drive by places and see what it can be. I can see it already. So when I drove by 500 North Tryon and it was empty and a former Mayor Gant owned it and all that, I'm sitting there looking at it like, I can see that being the hub of what we do, particularly around what the city of Charlotte is doing with uptown. I don't want to, when we talk about these collisions that we have, those are the things that are most important. So when I can see, a volunteer come in and they're working with a kid individually, and that kid goes from like no hope to like come in every single day. That, is that one kid. The reason why I do this, because I can remember very vividly, when I coached football, they used to give me the 5 and 6 year olds because they're like, you got more patience than anybody. You deal with that. Yeah, and I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, we can't deal with that. They're too young. And so I would go down to the 6 year olds and, just get on my knees and talk to them around football, basics, learning these things. But one kid one day I was talking with, and, kid wasn't that great in football and all that. It was just not good. And I remember talking to the kid about some things, about how what he was doing kind of connected with what he was going to experience in life. And that kid came back about 10 years later, and because I was still coaching football 10 years later, and said what I told him that day was affected him, and he thought about it through high school. And those are the things you say what keeps me going every single day, which I don't get a chance to do as much anymore because now I'm raising money all the time.
Yeah.
So I don't get the chance to sit down and talk to kids and talk and really nurture them like I did when we first started. But those are the things that keep me going. So I'll just, if our staff is doing something, I'll come in every once in a while and just either sit and talk to kids or let me teach the class today. And so I can get that feeling again, because I have to remind myself that buildings and spaces and the cool stuff we do every single day, it doesn't matter if that kid is not making that connection.
So I am part of the team on Pariah Magazine. We want to highlight people in Charlotte. What do you feel like is one of maybe the programs or classes or conversations that's missing right now when it comes to creative entrepreneurs and kids? Kids aren't always shown that that's even a route. So what are there conversations or programs that you're already thinking about that you want to fill those spots? Because we're always looking for people that we can be like, oh, we know somebody that, like, go teach a class over here, or like connect people.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things that we try to do is listen to kids and really, we have this design thinking kind of approach. So we talk to our kids around, identifying what the problem is initially. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so he's like, okay, is there a problem? Because if we're trying to solve something that necessarily it's not a problem, for anybody, it's don't need to solve it. So we started to look at that, and what we saw was programmatic. When you look at organizations around the city, they were really, really focused on the technical pieces of STEM and these type of things. Like, hey, I want to teach you how to code, particularly when we first started. But we said, no, that's not. I said, we're more interested in critical thinking and problem solving skills. It's like, if you've ever talked to a high schooler today, it's like when they're approached with a problem, they want to jump on Google and just try to, it's like, oh, boom, get it answer right there. When I was growing up, we obviously didn't have Google, so it was this process that we went through. It's like, hey, if my tire was flat, how am I going to solve this because my parents is not here? Then I thought in my mind, okay, I got to do this, and this. To me, it was like, well, some of that's lost today. So we started thinking about how do we create this space, these spaces that facilitated that. Now, if we needed to use anything technically around coding and programming and design and all that, we would add that in.
Yeah.
But it was more of, let's start with the problem, not the technology. So when we first did our first design-a-thon, when the kids helped design the space, it was like designing the space. And we used all this type of technology to do that. Our second one was, we did it on homelessness, because we're building a space uptown and we're displacing people who were literally living in the building that we were taking over. So it's that because we're displacing them, what does it look like for us to try to solve that problem? So the kids came in and they started to try to solve that problem. All the technology and everything we needed to teach came along with that. The other thing was that we had this challenge of, kids, if I walked around the city or the community, was like, hey, we're creating a space for you, it's gonna have all this cool technology. They might come 1 or 2 times, but then it's, okay, what else is here for me? So we started thinking about what's driving them in what would drive them in our spaces that they were interested in, and then help us to keep them. So we did things like DJ classes. So we're like, hey, want to be a DJ? Got all this cool DJ equipment. Yeah, I love that. So they would come in and start to learn how to become a DJ. That's just the first couple of weeks. The next 8 weeks is like running a DJ business, and then all the soft skills and emotional intelligence and all that things that come along with it. But now they were starting to be this whole person as opposed to just learning a very specific skill. So that's a long way to say we listen to the kids and try to understand what they need and create programs around that. Then take the expertise of our partners and sponsors and wrap that around. So if EY was one of our first big organizations we did this with. We looked at their skill set and said, okay, you guys have skills in these areas. So we're gonna take kids and create a program to leverage your skills instead of telling our volunteers, hey, come in and help us unpack something or move this around or do it, which no, we want to use your expertise to come in and train our kids. So we do things like that. What we're seeing now is what we call creative workforce skills. If you look at we're very research focused, so if you look at the World Forum Foundation around what skill sets are needed in the next 10 to 15 years to be successful, the top skills are creativity and communication, these soft skills, these durable skills that normally you don't necessarily see a lot of people teaching. It's like these hard skills. But the skills that are going to make kids more successful, particularly as it relates to types of things that AI and all these things are bringing in, are these soft skills. So we want to create this environment that we're enhancing those things. And that's why we always start with this, let's solve a problem. And then if it takes us teaching you these things to do that, then we'll do that. But there's tons of funding around creating these creative workforce skill opportunities. So which is why we do what we call our creative digital academy, which is 18 weeks of creative training for opportunity youth. So we've got maybe 9 or 10 kids that came out of our first program. We just launched it, kind of a pilot program, and they're graduates of high school, but then they're kids what the system labels as opportunity youth. They are neither no additional education or employment after high school. And so they're kind of figuring out life. Some of them are going the wrong way, some of them are not. But we know that the interests lie around media, social media, digital creativity, all these things. So we say, hey, you're always out shooting, on your cell phone. Let's train you to do that professionally. Let's give you the equipment, the $1,000 worth of cameras to be able to do this. And now we'll train you to be professional around that. But not only that, we'll work with our partners and they will hire you to do their own jobs. So we just had a young lady last week is doing all of the photography for Bearings uptown for all their events over the next year. She comes out of the Creative Digital Academy and she's using her technology, our technology to be able to do that. But she also has access to our spaces to come back and edit and all of those things, because we have all that equipment here. And so now she has that, she'll leverage that, she'll create that portfolio, and now after that, she'll go on. We've got kids who are DJing at the, what's the basketball tournament that the Black HBCU tournament that's happening, is it now? No. This week?
Yeah.
They're DJing down there, that come out of our DJ programs. And so I think those are the things that we're starting to move more into this workforce skill development. As I mentioned, we're opening up a full screen printing academy. That is for a couple reasons. One, screen printers understand that technology can make some money. But two, it teaches a lot through that process of learning. So it's not just like we're just teaching you how to screen print and make shirts, but we're teaching you how to be responsible and take on just a lot of stuff. But the other part of it is we have a full entrepreneur startup with Coworking that focuses on apparel design. So we have kids who have gone through our startup with apparel design and created their own products. Some are probably back in the back. So now they come in, they design the product. We have designers that come in and have them do that. They manufacture the product. So whether that's 3D, we have multiple 3D printers back there that can prototype and design. We work with a company called Eventsis that's in town, and they can help them if they really get to that point and actually monetize and create that product and source it. But if they're doing apparel, we have a full screen printing shop back there that they can print the product. And then we have pop-ups in our own spaces where they're now selling that product. So they got Square, they're marketing it, and we give them all the money. So they go from idea all the way to implementation. And now I'm holding my Truist cup here. The trailer out there, Truist Mobile Entrepreneurship Hub, goes out in the community and sets up a pop-up shop uptown and says, okay, kids, all the products that you just created, we put in a pop-up shop with Square. They uptown selling it. So they get this idea of, wait a minute, in this piece, I've just created a product and sold it. Now, I can do all kinds of stuff with that. I can scale that. And Jazzy is bringing products in.
So, yeah, these are some of the things that students have created. They worked with Indela over at McFly as well as Shane with Westcott. And so, just super cool to see what they've come up with and created and how they view fashion. So, nice.
Yep, and we supply all of the materials. We pay for everything.
That's awesome.
Even the inventory to get them started.
Now back to some co-working, mostly networking. I loved it. I knew like most people were not going to show up early. I knew it was going to be, look at Nia. Hello, there's Tina, there's Tasia. We love to see my girls all together. Do you see this? I just met Tina that day, but honestly, that's my girl now, okay? I met so many cool people, got to hear other people speak. Like, y'all, TJ over there in the middle, you see him? Yeah, y'all need to know him. I'm just saying.
Crave, which is a business strategy, leadership development, and team culture business. Because ultimately, I really don't believe that you can have business strategy outside of leadership development. Because I do not believe that your business can grow further than your character or your capacity can sustain. So that is what I do. If you are an entrepreneur, a visionary leader, you got a dream, you know somebody who does, please connect me. I would love to get to know you. But thank you for being here today. Collaborate, connect. If you need anything, let me know. I'm happy to help. And I appreciate y'all for being here.
Woo!
You know, allowing us to come in here and everybody to network and co-work. But I'm Jamal Sharp. This is my brother Jamari Sharp, and we own a business by the name of Bam Snowballs. We have a location in Florida, and we're about to actually expand to Charlotte tomorrow. So we have some free snowball coins here. If y'all want to come to our grand opening tomorrow, show love. It's in partnership with Right Moves for You and the Hive. My brother can speak on that. So the grand opening is going to be tomorrow, 1 to 4 p.m. at Philip O'Berry. They have an organization called Right Moves for You, so they're having a basketball tournament at the same time in the gym. And we're going to be outside kicking it. But it's going to be, even if like you come get a snowball, that's cool, but it's going to be dope, like a community event. You know, DJ music. Kids can come. I see a little one right here. Face painting, we can get that done. But it's gonna be tomorrow. So if y'all are interested and y'all know like y'all probably will be there, let us know. We got free snowball cards for everybody in here, and you can just tap in. And if you're not able to make it, we'll still get a free snowball card. We're gonna be at COT shop, other things throughout the. I mean, honestly, throughout the year. So you know, we just letting y'all know what we got.
Tell us what a snowball is and tell us what BAM stands for.
Okay, so BAM stands for by all means. We're doing a lot of different capacities and ways. It's a monogram right here, and then we have by all means right here. So a lot of people don't know, but BAM means it means by all means, and it's a superhero themed dessert shop. So you know, BAM comes with the onomatopoeia. If y'all look us up on Instagram, you'll see kind of what we do and kind of how it looks. And a snowball is not a snow cone. It's not crunchy ice that your parents used to do in the backyard or used to have in elementary school. It's real fine shaved ice. So it's like snow in your mouth. We dress it up. We put ice cream in it, cheesecake in it, strawberries, fresh fruit.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, no, I appreciate it. We just want to let y'all know. We let y'all get back to work. But,
Yeah, they was really acting like they didn't want to come say something. The grand opening tomorrow. They're also serial entrepreneurs. They own a business called Changing the Narrative, which exists to serve the youth. So they have a mentorship program that I have the honor and pleasure of serving with. They're also authors. They wrote a children's book called Unleash Your Inner Hero, and they do all types of great stuff. So.
good job, Kevin.
You don't get to be quiet about your gifts in front of me. Okay?
Come on.
Okay, that's right. Love that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna need y'all to pull up. You see TJ and Gia sitting right there in the middle, in the front, like closest to me. Yeah, you need to be here Friday, March 28th, 2400 Greenland Avenue, Charlotte. Do greater. Be here. TJ's gonna be DJing. Okay, like there's gonna be co-working. Okay, networking. But I'm sorry, you said DJ? There's a full service coffee bar. Like, you see Gia working over there? She let TJ do his thing, and she over there. I don't even know what she's talking about, but that's my girl too. Like, and then Tasia Brent also on the Pariah team. Literally trying to get this footage of us like chatting and looking natural was so funny. I love us. I already love our team. We've been working together for probably a little over a month now, and I just know good things are coming for Pariah. Pariah. Yeah. And pull up on Friday. I want to hear it, y'all. I'm telling you now. Pull up on Friday. It's free. It's a free co-working event. If you have not been doing your work, I don't care if it's content. I don't care what your work is. If you haven't been doing your work, pull up from 8 to 3. 8 to 3. You ain't got no excuse. Now I done told you. Okay? And there's Catherine. We finally got to meet in person. I adore her so much. Yeah. And Tasia is absolutely that girl. You see how many people she's been talking to? Got footage of it all. Love it. Decided to get a little fresh air and sunshine post-event. Y'all, my eyeballs are so tired. I've been saying this for 3 days because, you know, built the Pariah website in 48 hours is a different story. 0 out of 10 recommend. But not like back-to-back, y'all. Please know when I say built the Pariah website, it's just because we wanted this done before the event, and I was committed to like making sure it happened. As our integrator, that means I step into whatever we need. And if you're one of those people who are like, I don't really fit in a box and I don't really know what I want to do, but I know I can help people in the ways that they need it. You're an integrator and we need to talk. So I'm showing up for our integrators, and God is so good. Like, also Hanifa on the fit, I have a bobby pin, goodness, safety pin right here. A little cute moment, a little more modest of a moment, not from that angle, but you know. And then my Juicy Body Goddess flares, my A6 kicks, and then my Super Couture Legacy cartouche, Divine Feminine Energy. Yeah. Like, it is just so pretty. Like, it is a pretty day. Yes, I'm by water. And this is what I want. I want to live near water, but also be able to hike outside my house. I don't know how to make that happen. I'm not gonna make that happen. God gonna make that happen. Whatever God needs me to do, that's what I'm here for. But yeah, just trying to catch some content before heading back home for a bit. But wanted to check in with y'all and let you know, yeah, no, the event was everything. I was there from like 8:44 to like 3. And a little bit after, because I met Darren. Shout out to Darren. And we were talking in the church parking lot so from what you saw in the video, like where that was at. So we were in the church parking lot for a minute before like departing. So I really do love it. I love my life. Every day is so different. And that is actually what I prayed to God for a few months ago. Actually, probably last year a few times, but I definitely remember doing it a few months ago too. So I love it. This is what I wanted. And God showed up and showed out. I'm telling you.